Right. Screen. Do that here. All right. Go. Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just 1 second. All right. There we go. Happy Monday, everybody. Let me turn my camera on. And there we go. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great day. Happy Monday. Again, we'll be starting in just a few seconds. All right. Good morning. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Let me make sure my audio is good. There we go. Good. Good morning, Stephen, Arnulfo, Jody, David, Devin, Cheese Grate Trader, David, Thomas, JB, Jill, Piet DeBrock, Larry, Stephen, Bill, Lydia, Matt, Deborah, Brian, James, Steve, Sergey, Bancroft, Jeff, Kevin, Mike, Don, Sean, Stan, JB, Javad, good morning, Junior. Hey, Junior. Charlene, Robert, Dave, Helen, Omar. Good morning, Omar. Wade, good morning, Wade. John, C. Fazio, Richard, Gregory, Hopium. Hey, Hopium. Walt, Illinois grain farmer. Krish, Moondog, Edward, Wayne, Flying Ronan, Mark, Eagle Beagle's in the house. Good morning, Eagle Beagle. Scotty, James, Kirk is here. Eduardo, HG is not going to miss this show. Good morning, HG. Angie, hey, Angie. Al, Jesse, Lori, Richard. Good morning, Richard. I'm assuming you're back home. Everything is good. Everybody's safe in one piece. Everything had a good time. Sunita, W. Wong, Diana, Bob. Good morning, Bob. Good morning. I hope you had a good weekend. Send me an update. Let me know how things are going back home on the other stuff. Fadiez, Charlie, CJ, Nathan. Good morning, Nathan. Cosmic Spiral. Oh, my. Cam. Good morning, Cam. I hope you had a nice weekend. Kurt, David, Ivano, Tom, Shannon, Jason. We got a lot of people. That's what we got. We got geez, we got a lot of people here. Ivano, Tom, David, Jason, Genevieve, Michael, Ruth, Bob, Naples fan, Krish, Timothy, Whitco, Amos, Next Gen, Kathleen, Deborah, Dave, John, Ira, Piet DeBrock, Deborah, Michael, James, John, William. Good morning, William. Nice to see you. Next Gen, Bob, Raj, Dan, Walt, Mike, William, Bob, Sunset Driver, Sylvia, Ed, Bob, Don, Henry, Vertuvian, Lewis, oh my, Ron, Harry, Kay Lopez, Ed, Sylvia. Good morning, everybody. And if I missed your name, I am so sorry. There's just so many people coming through the door. I apologize. The last thing I want to do is mispronounce your name or miss your name. Scuba Chris, Blair, Lewis, good morning. So just to give you a little preview, my wife is leaving me again. She likes to leave me in the summer. She's actually going to Boston to visit her cousin with my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter goes to school in Tampa, so we don't see her very often. So my wife's been taking the little one, the baby, out to all these fun places. So the big one has been getting jealous. So my wife is taking her to Boston to see her cousin. My wife's cousin lives there. You may or may not have seen me wear Winnipesaukee t-shirts often. We go there every couple of years for the summer. Haven't been in like 4 years, but we do like to go there sometimes. It's very close to Boston, and we like to hang out there. It's nice and cool in the summer. But she's going for the next 3 days, so I will be home alone. So usually when I'm home alone, I focus more on the markets and more on you guys. because I don't really have a life. Clyde doesn't want to talk to me. He's too focused on the market too. So I will be home alone focusing on the market the next couple of days with you guys. If you have any emails that you want to send me an email, roger@rogerscott.com. Please, no customer service questions. And remember, customer service live is your best friend. Your best friend. Okay, so before we begin, I'm going to talk today in the VIP room. Let me give you my agenda for the VIP room and then we'll get started, okay? Here is the link to the VIP room. Yeah, well, the cats are definitely going to be having a party. The cats are definitely going to be having a party. So that's the link to the VIP room. And let me give you the agenda. I have a very important agenda today, okay? The important agenda is why short-term seasonality is equals tailwind, the benefits of finding stocks that are strong and pulling back, the single most important factor to keep in mind when trading strong pullbacks. This is very important, and about 90% of you guys get it wrong. 90% of you get it wrong. We're going to talk about it today. Why options and pullbacks go together like peanut butter and jelly, implied volatility, obviously. How to make sure you have synergy between the trend, the pullback, and seasonality. That's the key. They all have to come in together. How to make sure you have synergy between them, and more goodies on selecting weekly debit spreads. I talked about it on Friday. People were like sending me like the nicest emails. So I'll talk more about debit spreads, short-term debit spreads, and I'll give you a list of my stocks and we'll do some practice sessions. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. That's going to be in the VIP room. The dogs know. The dogs are at the babysitters and the little ones are at my mother-in-law's. I got 4 cats to take care of. Because last time my wife left me, dealing with the dogs was like a full-time job. It was too stressful. So the dogs are at a babysitter. They're going to go to the babysitter in 2 hours when she leaves. And then I have the cats. I got 4 cats. J-Boss, don't spam me. Don't spam today, okay? I know you were spamming last week. Don't spam, J-Boss, okay? G-Boss, don't spam. So I think the link I just gave you is to Customer Service Live. Yes, don't forget Customer Service Live, the Can and Gustavo show from 10 to 1 p.m. every single day. Okay, now I'm going to give you guys something, okay? I'm going to give you something, okay? These are all the highest earnings, the biggest earnings this week, and their expected move on the underlying, okay? So this is the stocks that have the biggest moves, the biggest earnings. We're coming off of earnings, which means we'll have a lot more stocks to choose from, especially for the swing trades. For Matt and the things that we do. But this is the expected move. This is the expected move, okay? That's the expected move. So let me give you this. Let me give you this. You guys should be able to have this now. Hey, SB. There you go. You should have that, okay? And I'll also post it in the free Telegram channel, okay? Here. Here you go. So you have it there as well, okay? These are the biggest earnings, moves, and volatility, okay? So you have that. I posted it in the Telegram. In the YouTube. Here, I'm posting it again, okay? So you guys will have that. Now, large cap earnings are winding down this week. So we'll have a lot more to choose from in terms of trading, okay? Thank you, Bob. Oh, yeah, I forgot. While you guys are here, thanks for reminding me, Bob. Please make sure to go to the Gearbox and make sure you're watching at 1080p, okay? Don't leave it to auto unless you have like a hyper fast Ethernet, and even then it messes up. So if you're not directly plugged in, just trust me on this. Mine gets messed up all the time. Switch yourself to 1080p. Do yourself a favor. You'll be able to see things a lot better. And while you're there, right below, right here, a little bit like 2 inches to the left below, an inch down and 2 inches to the left, if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up button, okay? One time. It helps us with the Google. I've actually noticed that it's been helping. Expected move, I asked you on options of this last year and you gave me nothing. Bullshit. What? Expected move? Viper, your expected move and the expected move that I'm talking about are two different. I'm talking expected move based on implied volatility, not expected move based on the underlying. I'm still calling bullshit about what you were talking about a year ago, and I called it a year ago, and I'm going to call bullshit on it right now. What you were talking about and what I'm talking about are apples and oranges, not expected move, implied move, implied move, implied expected move based on implied volatility, not price, not it moved this, not this crap here. It moved this much, therefore it's going to move that much again. That's nonsense. That's cockapoo Viper. So exactly what I said to you a year, you waited a full year just to get the exact same answer. Don't confuse what I'm saying. It's a very dangerous place to be, Viper. Implied move, implied, expected move based on implied volatility, not based on the move that already happened. Apples and oranges. So see, Viper, I'm still giving you shit about it a year later. There you go. All right. Just to show you how consistent I am. All right. Now, what are the two small cap stocks that I'm looking at this morning? One of them I really like a lot, actually. No, implied move, implied move, implied volatility, implied move. The move that's expected based on the option value, not based on where the price has gone. You know those expected moves? Oh, it moved from here to here, therefore it's going to move from here to here again. That's the biggest crock of shit I've ever seen in my life. Okay. All right. Stocks that I really like. IOBT. IOBT. Where do I like IOBT? I like IOBT above $3.30. Above $3.30. It has to get above this area right here. Okay? Very, very important. Why do I like this stock? Well, let me explain to you why I like this stock. Because technically it's breaking out, and volume on this stock right now is 7,924% what it usually is. Okay? What's the other stock that I like? I'm glad you asked. It's this one right here. Let me show you. I don't like this one as much. Okay? Maps. This one has to get above 125. 125. We have to get above right here. Above 125 right here. I want to get above the 200-day line. This one has 340 times its average volume this morning. Okay? But I like this one the best. I like IOBT. That's the one I really like, IOBT. Anyway, those are the two small caps, okay? Those are the two small caps that I really like. What did Don say? Don say what? I don't know what Don said. I don't see what Don said. Don, what did Don say? Don, what did Don say? I don't see anything about Don. Sorry, I don't see Don saying anything, Viper. All right. Oh, good. Safe flights, Ronaldo. Safe flights. All right. Let's continue. I don't listen to Don Hoffman. I don't listen to Don Hoffman, Viper. If you like Don Hoffman, please knock yourself out. This is not the Don Hoffman show. This is the Roger Scott show. Okay. All right. What's GNEY? I don't know what GNEY is, Cam. GNEY. I don't have GNEY. I'm not GNEY. I'm not even looking at that. I don't even know what GNEY was. I don't even know what that is. Okay, let's continue. G-Boss, is it time to kick you out? I don't see anything from G-Boss, actually. Oh, yes. I'm going to kick you. G-Boss, one more time and you're out of here. Oh, you're spamming again? All right, you're out of here. That's 24-hour timeout for you, G-Boss. That's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. No more G-Boss. Bye-bye, G-Boss. You're done for 24 hours. Next time, don't spam. That's right. Thank you. All right, let's continue. We have a long show, and I don't want to get discouraged. I don't want to talk about Don Hoffman. Please spare me all that nonsense. what's the biggest factors this week impacting the market? Do we know? What's the biggest stocks? What's the biggest stories impacting the market? CPI. CPI. Is there anything major today? No. Are there major earnings today? We'll find out in a few minutes what the catalysts are when we get into that. All right. Wednesday. Now, this is interesting. Usually the PPI comes out right after CPI. But this week, excuse me, we have a little break. I don't know why we have this break. It usually is not a break, but this week we're having a break. Uh, I don't know why. If you guys know why there's a break this week between the CPI and the PPI, send me an email, okay? Because I can't figure it out for the life of me, okay? But this CPI, PPI, and right here, retail sales, industrial production is going to be the big report. CPI, PPI, retail sales, industrial production. There's not nearly as many. Good morning, Wesley. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, G Boss is out of here. If you guys see anybody else spamming, please let me know ASAP and I'll boot them faster than you could say, who's your daddy? Yes, faster than you could say, who's your daddy? All right, so CPI, some Fed speakers. As far as bond auctions are concerned, we don't have long-term bond auctions. I don't think these announcements are going to be important. So again, CPI, PPI, retail sales, industrial production. Believe it or not, but this week we're going to Cam, thank you. Oh, Jesus. All right. That's funny. Thank you, Cam. That so true. Don Hoffman. Jesus Christ. Oh, you guys are, God bless. So those are the big news this week. We already have the biggest earnings this week. We're going to have the market trade on its own volition this week for the first time in a while. Okay. In a while. Okay. This is not called the Don Hoffman show. This is the Roger Scott show. Okay. Okay. Bond market. What did I tell you about the bond market? As long as bonds stay within this range right here, we're good to go, right? Well, we're kind of sort of in that we don't know where it's going to go right now. So we got to be really careful. Remember, if bonds go down, right, yield goes up. Bonds have been going up, which means yield has been going down. That's one of the things that's been benefiting the market. If this starts cooling off right here and starts breaking this trend, this channel is broken. It is Monday. It is Monday. And you guys know Mondays are you guys know that I typically treat Mondays like Fridays. I don't go hot and heavy on Mondays. I tend to start looking more in the market in the second half of the day on Mondays. Mondays are not typically very strong days. Okay. Just FYI. Arnulfo, just you know that already. You know that. Okay. Crude oil. Crude oil futures. Look at crude oil. Crude oil is starting to cool off a little bit. Starting to cool off a little bit. We're now at the 50-day moving average. Okay. Now, the fact that the fact that crude oil has been moving lower and not higher is not really all that bad for the economy. It's actually pretty good. Now we're at the 50-day moving average, and the question is, are we going to stay in this area and for how long? Pretty much this triangle is holding right now. I mean, this rectangle is holding right now. So we're just going to kind of stay with it and see what happens. But this is the chart of crude oil. It's really not doing much, but this is good for transports. This is good for transports. So crude oil is looking fairly stable. There's nothing really falling apart on crude oil, not atypical trading action for this time of year. Okay. Gold. What about gold? I still like gold. I still like gold. Everything I told you about gold still remains the same. We made a swing high on Friday. This is a little pullback that we're seeing right now. But again, because I think this is because of the global We don't know what's going to happen with the world economy. Again, what I said, if you got in long over here, you don't have to liquidate. You could stay long. Okay. I'm not turning bearish on gold. I'm just not as bullish on gold. So if you got in right here, don't increase your position. And if you got in right here on Friday, don't liquidate your position. We're still holding, the trend is still moving in the right direction. And there's way, 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 way much unforeseeability right now. Viper, no, nobody pays attention to what the co-creators or Thinkorswim have to say. Creators of Thinkorswim are engineers. You see, Viper, engineers are not traders. I know a guy who designed Thinkorswim. One of the guys who programmed Thinkorswims does software development. His name is Tom. He does software development for us. He's not a trader. He's an engineer. Engineers are not traders, Viper. So creators of Thinkorswim have absolutely nothing to do with trading. If Thinkorswim were traders, they would put 50 times less crap into Thinkorswim. So what you're saying, Viper, is absolutely asinine. For the second time, you're saying something completely crazy. Please stop saying crazy shit in my room, okay, Viper? Thank you. Don't confuse engineers with traders. They're very different. The biggest problem we have in this business is because we have too many engineers who don't know what the hell they're doing. They make all these things that look really cool that have absolutely no use whatsoever. So no, Thinkorswim creators have absolutely zero understanding in how to trade the market profitably, which is why they're engineers for Thinkorswim and not professional traders. Jesus Christ. Yeah, thank you, Steph. Just Viper, please stop. Just quietly listen and absorb and stop arguing. You're making an ass out of yourself for the second time now. Stop. Stop. Just stop. I don't tolerate BS in my rooms. I don't tolerate nonsense. I don't tolerate BS. I don't tolerate any of the things that you're doing. Please stop. Please. Please. I'm begging you. Okay? Scuba, I'm glad you're here. All right. Glad you're here, Scuba Chris. So I still like gold. I still like gold. I'm not turning bearish on gold, and we're Thinkorswim developers know that if you rely on engineers to tell you how to trade, good luck to you. You'll be suffering for many, many years. One more statement from you. I'm booting you for 24 hours, Viper. All right. So I'm still neutral on gold. I'm not bearish on gold. I'm still neutral. I think we have a lot of global turmoil right now, and I think liquidating gold would be foolish, especially with the amount of stocks that are trading below the 200-day moving average in the S&P 500, which is something I'm going to discuss in a minute. U.S. dollar. Well, look at this. U.S. dollar is turning higher again. Remember, weaker U.S. dollar is good for gold. Higher U.S. dollar is bad for gold. Higher U.S. dollar is also bad for foreign investors who invest in the U.S. stock market. But with that said, look at the trend. We're starting to turn back higher. We're respecting this trend line right here, which I'm going to extend right now. Okay? All right? I'm extending the trend line. So we're holding this trend line, and it looks like U.S. dollar is still in play in this channel that I drew. The upper channel and the lower channel. If we break in the US dollar, it's going to be oy vey moment. Yes, oy vey moment. So right now we're going to be watching the bond market to see if bond market breaks this level right here. We're going to be looking for gold to see if gold breaks the 50-day moving, 100-day moving average. And we're going to be looking at US dollar to see if US dollar continues going higher back into this range or craps out around here right at the 8-day EMA and starts coming back down here. Okay? All right? Just FYI. Just FYI. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Folks, if you're just coming in here, please, please, please make sure you join us for the VIP room where I will be talking about unadulterated trading action. Let me give you my agenda. Why short-term seasonality is tailwind. Benefits of finding stocks that are strong and pulling back. The single most important factor to keep in mind when trading strong pullbacks, very, very, very important, and one that 90% of traders get wrong. Why options and pullbacks go together like peanut butter and jelly. How to make sure you have synergy between the trend, the pullback, and seasonality, and more goodies about weekly debit spreads to give you some alternate ideas of how to trade my setups, which I talked about Friday. Okay. I know Hoffman, Big also. Here, guys, can we forget about Hoffman? Please, can we forget about this Hoffman guy? Please. Does Hoffman have a 95% win rate? No. So stop. Let's forget about Hoffman already, okay? Hoffman, Schmoffman, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is turning positive. I like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a catalyst today. Yes, it is a catalyst. I haven't asked you for your catalyst yet, but I will in a minute. And you better be telling me that Bitcoin is a catalyst. It is on fire. It is back to being a catalyst. Okay. China is below the moving average. China is crapping out. We're not getting any major tailwind from China. From China. Also, don't forget, if you want to argue about Hoffman, go to Customer Service Live. I'm just giving you a hard time, Raleigh. I mean, Cam, I'm just giving you a hard time. Sorry. Don't argue with Cam about Hoffman. And that's the link to Customer Service Live. All right. Hoffman, Schmoffman. All right. What are the catalysts for today? What are the catalysts for today? That's what I'm doing, Deborah. Cam and Gustavo. You guys crack me up. What are the catalysts for this morning? Eagle Beagle says there's a lot of trouble in Africa. That's a good one, Eagle Beagle. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. I don't know. I don't know, Ruth. Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin's definitely a catalyst. Any other catalyst? Come on, where's Richard from Fuente Gorde? I don't think I saw Richard this morning. I hope he's okay. Richard from Fuente Gorde is usually here. Can you guys give me catalysts? What are the catalysts? Yes, Bitcoin's definitely a catalyst. Yes, Bitcoin is a catalyst. Any other catalyst? Okay. Peanuts, got it. Chips, yes. Any others? Any others? One more. Okay, semiconductors, Bitcoin. Steve got it right. Just say chips. Chips. You got it right. The rain down in Africa. Yes, yes, Cam, you got it right. Now, I didn't know about the Africa situation, but I'll look it up, Eagle Beagle. Thank you for giving me that. I'm not joking around. No, CPI is not a catalyst. The market is, if the CPI is not going to be a catalyst till tomorrow, Angie. Right now, what is the market price looking at right now? There's only three. Folks, if you have two chip stocks, just say chips. If it's more than one, just say chips. Remember, you're trying to get the 80-20. You're going for that 80%. You're going for this is the shotgun approach. This is where you use the shotgun approach. This is when you're not this is the shotgun approach. So AMD, NVIDIA, chips. I got it. I got it. We're good with that. We're good with that. One second. Let me see how Matt's feeling. Okay. Matt wasn't feeling well on Friday. He's much better now. Okay, so let me give you the catalysts. So I'm going to show you what I wrote right here, and you guys aren't that far off. Chips, crypto, software. Where does the software come from? Where does the software come from? Can anybody tell me? And yes, okay, wait. Thank you for that, Rick. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's so common now that I don't even talk about it. But yes, the whole Russia. He's right. He's right. He's right. He's right. The Russia, and you know what? That's probably the biggest catalyst. Russia, Ukraine. So yes, Russia, Ukraine. It's been happening. It's been so much over our head that I don't even think about it anymore. That's right, Jeff. Adobe. Jeff got it right. Great job, Jeff. Great job. And just to show you that I'm not jive turking you, let me show you right here. Adobe. Adobe is a large cap software stock. All It's like Target for retail. It is. It is. It's a really big software stock. And all the other software stocks that are used for 3D and printing and all that, they are impacted by Adobe. Microsoft too. Microsoft too. So Adobe is a major player. Oh, don't give Cam and Gustavo a hard time. They're awesome. Don't do that. Don't. They're great guys. Don't give them a hard time. But you're right. You're right. You're right. Rick, you're right. You're right, and I'm wrong. I missed it. You're right. But it's just so obvious that I didn't think we needed to talk about it. But you're right. The Putin Trump tariffs, and then chips, crypto, and software. Okay. I think that whole India tariffs pharma cost. I think that's more of like a bigger picture. I don't know if it's more of a I think that's more of the this week cloud over our head. I'm talking about catalysts right now. But you're right, Marge. If you want to get technical, that the pharmaceutical stuff is also a catalyst. That's more of a weekly catalyst, not a daily catalyst. But as far as right now, this morning, I would say Putin and Trump, uh, Ukraine, Russia. I'm embarrassed to say that I didn't even mention that. It's just so obvious. But you're right. You're right. Chips, crypto, and software. You guys got it right. Most of you guys got it right. Let's see. IOBT. Yeah, IOBT only if it goes above during the day session of 3:30. It has not gone above the day session of 3:30. It's at 175. Joseph, day session. Of course I see it. Day session. Look, let me show you something, Joseph. We don't care what the stock does now. We care what it does in the day session. On the day session, we need it to go above 335 right here during the day session. We are not in the day session. The day session starts at 9:30. Please follow instructions. Day session, day session above the pre-opening high of the market. We are not in the day session, folks. I never told you to buy these right now. Day session above the pre-market high. We're not above the pre-market high, and we're not in the day session. So if you bought this stock, then you're just not following anything I've been saying. All right, let's continue. Let's talk about oh yeah, so China I already talked about. Not much going on there. Just kind of wait and see mode, kind of in this little area right here. And volatility picked up on Friday, but we are still very close to our lows, which is one of the reasons why the market is doing so well. So let's bust out with all of the stuff that's happening in the world right now, and then we'll go further. All right. Remember, it's not what they're doing now; it's what they're doing after the market open. They have to take out the pre-market high, and it has to be during market hours. We're not in market hours, and none of them have taken the pre-market high. So you're not following my instructions. That's all I'm going to say there. All right. Muted open, muted open. Everybody's waiting to see what President Trump and Vladimir Putin are going to say. Vladimir and Trump. Between Trump and Putin, one thing I'm really grateful about is that whole Giselle Maxwell thing has no impact on the stock market, so I don't have to talk about it at all. God, thank you for that. Financial markets found some reassurance in diplomatic efforts to end the Russian-Ukraine war. I'm hoping that they're gonna come to something, but Zelensky's basically saying, "Hey, I'm not giving you any of our land." So if it's going to be again Putin and Trump deciding what will happen, it's just not going to end well. So as far as I could see right now, there's not going to be any peace as far as I could see. But again, maybe there's stuff we don't know about, right? China tariff expires Tuesday. Most likely we'll get exactly. Yes, Eagle Beagle. That is correct. I think they've already addressed that. Actually, I think they're definitely going to do an extension on that. Uh, yeah, Sylvain. Remember, after market hours, above the pre-market high. Okay, just FYI. Friday session, S&P and Nasdaq made a record high, and S&P made a 1 week high. I like the movement of the market right now. I'm not in love with it, but I do like it. We have a lot of vulnerability, and I'll talk about that. Friday, I don't want to talk about all the catalysts on Friday because we've already talked about all these stocks and their impact on the market on Friday. That's already behind us. So we don't have to talk about it. But why do I talk about catalysts? Because you'll find out all the catalysts that we talk about today are going to end up being here saying the market did this and this stock did this and all of our catalysts are going to end up being here tomorrow saying because of this stock, the market did this, and because of this stock, the market did that. That's why we're looking today at chips, cryptos, software, all our technology, by the way, and obviously what Rick said about Putin and Trump. I'm expecting a muted market cycle. Okay, I'm expecting a muted market cycle. Okay. What does the Fed president, Lewis Fed president, say on Friday? He backed policymakers' recent decision to keep interest rates unchanged, giving central bank further from meeting the inflation side of mandates. Given the economy where it stands, it seems appropriate to maintain the policy. He said also that likely outcome is that policy effects from tariffs will be temporary, but added there's reasonable probability they could prove to be persistent. Basically, he doesn't know. They don't know. Nobody knows. At the same time, Bowman said on Saturday she favors 3 interest rate cuts this year. She's getting really aggressive. With economic growth slowing this year and signs of a less dynamic labor market becoming clear, maybe we'll find out next week. I see it as appropriate to begin gradually moving our moderate restrictive policy towards neutrality. I think September is going to be the time. Thank you. I appreciate it, Sylvain. Thank you. No, I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. And now it's somewhere like around $2. Yeah, it needs to get above pre-market high. These things are good. They go crazy, you know? That's a good question. I don't know what time they're meeting, but I will know because I have real-time news at work that Matt has on his head all the time. I bought access to this really cool real-time trade alert service called Trade Exchange. It's real-time news for traders, actionable. It's expensive. And Matt just hawked it. He just keeps it on the whole day. He doesn't even put it on for me to hear. I'm going to have to complain about that. Going to have to write a letter to someone about that. So there's about an 88% chance of a rate cut, and I think that is right about where it's supposed to be. As soon as I find out, Fadias, as soon as I find out, I'll post it in the Telegram channel, okay? And I've already posted other things in the Telegram channel. Like I posted this for you guys. This is the weekly earnings implied volatility. All right. U.S. consumer inflation report from July will be the main highlight. We talked about it. The ISM service will be interesting. Here's all the stuff that we're looking at. CPI. We're looking at PPI. We're looking at Fed speakers. We're looking at retail sales and industrial production. Those are going to be the big reports this week. Okay. And again, I think today's going to be I'm just very neutral today. I'm not big on Monday mornings or even Monday afternoons. We have other stuff coming out, but again, I already told you what's in play. We have earnings coming out. Please focus on Cisco. Please focus on Applied Material. These are big daddies, okay? Cisco, Applied Materials, Deere. This is Big Daddy right here. Circle and CoreWeave are not. Cisco is. Applied Materials is. In the 90s, this stock would impact the entire market like Microsoft right now. This and Oracle were like really big in the 90s when I first started. This was like Tesla, Qualcomm, big stock. Still is a big stock, but Applied Materials, Cisco, and DE, these are major players that are reporting. The numbers are 9.1. Today, finally, I'm going to try to look at Zacks and see if they've updated their sheet so I can cheat and get it so I don't have to subscribe to FactSet. Just to give you guys some freebie, if you guys go right here, Zacks, just to show you how free I am with sharing stuff with you, I want to show you guys something. There's something here for you. Let Clyde take care of it. Peanuts, you don't know how right you are. August with no scheduled news today. Maybe Trump will make some. Very, very possible, Jeff. Very, very possible. Very, very possible. So let me show you guys. Let me give you guys some brownie bonus points. You see this guy right here, Shiraz Mian on Zacks? This guy loves to take stuff from fact set from here, from fact set, okay, which is very expensive. This is very expensive, okay? This is very expensive. He likes to take stuff from fact set and he likes to post it right here pretending that it's his. I don't even know if he pretends that it's his. And he does it right here and right here. So what I do not to subscribe to fact set, I just go right here and look for the most updates and he gives the best updates because he doesn't write them. He just takes them from fact set. But these are these are the best earnings analysis that you will find online. And he puts Zach's investment research. He gets them from FactSet. I'm telling you, they're all from FactSet. Okay, so instead of subscribing to FactSet, just go to Zach's and go right here. These two. Can't believe I'm giving you this. It took me years to find this out. This right here and this right here, and he updates these throughout the week. See, this one hasn't been updated since July 29th, right? But this one was updated just a few days ago. And I'm telling you, the info that they put here is worth their weight in gold. Am I asking you to buy something? Am I charging you for something? Absolutely not. I'm telling you that the best fact set data is rebroadcast right here for free on Zacks, and he does it just a few days later. It is the best data you will ever find, and it's already done up for you. Okay. Mondays, I am Mother Goose. Yeah, me too, Eagle Beagle. Mondays are like Fridays for me. I'm very mellow on Mondays. I don't like to do a lot of trades. I like to do bonus trades. Fridays for me are very Fridays for me, Mondays for me are like Fridays. It's just a very slow. It's like women and men in the beauty business. Mondays is their day off. If you're in the beauty business, it's kind of like that for me. I enjoy my extended weekend on Mondays. I worked yesterday actually. Mm. Okay, so just to give you some feedback, this is a great place to get your goodies. Okay, all right. Now, let's continue going down our list. Gooseby, the Fed's going to be speaking. Tariffs on semiconductor pharmaceutical imports will be announced, Trump says. But see, we don't really have a date on this. Somebody mentioned this, India. We don't have a date on this. So the market can't really appraise this in right now. And this is why I didn't put this into our tariff catalysts, because we don't have a date on this. It's going to happen. Well, okay. When it happens, it happens. Europe is not giving us any tailwind. We're down 0.24 this morning. Defense stocks fell on Monday as the meeting between U.S. President Trump and Putin fueled hope for potential peace talks. So they're having a little peaceful kumbaya right now. I don't think anything is going to work out, but what the hell do I know? And I don't have any inside information either, by the way. China ended higher as investors shrugged off underwhelming inflation data. Liquor and AI-related stocks led the gains on Monday. But again, nothing really crazy with global markets. And by the way, Japan is closed for the day. So we can't, Eagle Beagle, we can't see how, I know you like to look at foreign markets. We can't really see how Japan is keying off. Catalysts, AMD and NVIDIA. Next time, if you see double whammies like this, just say chip stocks. Remember, shotgun approach. You're not looking for a laser targeted missile with catalysts. You're looking for the bigger things to impact the market, okay? So major catalysts. Now, what is the catalyst? I know it is, but what is the problem here? Revenues from AI chips and government to obtain chips. When chips are down, it's hard for the market to gain strength, especially technology. Make a note of that. And it's Monday. You also have Adobe. So you got chips and you got software. That's a double whammy there. Meanwhile, crypto's got a nice boost. And I was telling you last week how I'm starting to look at crypto stocks again. We also have Barak Mining, and Franco-Nevada. These are gold stocks. So gold is in play today. I don't think these will be catalysts, but gold is in play. And Okla also. Okla, another stock, that's a nuclear stock, not utility stock. It's a nuclear stock. Wink, wink. Chip stocks are AI stocks, and utility stocks are now nuclear stocks, right? We all have to remember that. Cool beans, Eagle Beagle. Yeah, Hank saying is pretty flat. The DAX is pretty flat. Richard says it's not crazy that AMD and Nvidia will give 15%. This may be set a precedent. Very much so, Rick. Very much so. All right, so let's talk about stocks. Okay, let's talk about stocks as far as momentum level. And folks, again, remember what I said about Zacks? If you hear me giving you really detailed info on earnings, it's not because I'm so smart and I'm too cheap to subscribe to FactSet. I get it from this guy right here, and he gets it from FactSet, so I'll get it from FactSet too. All of this comes from FactSet. If you're really big on earnings and you use earnings in your reports or you're a professional trader, then you may want to subscribe to FactSet. I've never found a need to do so. Okay. All right. Yes, Dave. Somebody mentioned that as well. I think they're going to get a. I think they're going to get an extension. I'm pretty sure that Trump is going to give them an extension. They don't want to mess with China. It's too much. Too much stuff. Too much stuff. You're going to be keeping an eye on the bond market today. Okay. You're going to be keeping an eye on the bond market today. And you're going to be keeping an eye on whether the bond market starts loving upside or downside. It is going to impact the market. You will be keeping your eye on the US dollar to see if it starts to go higher or if it starts breaking down. The firmer the US dollar goes, that means there's more certainty with tariffs and global pressures. US dollar going higher means more certainty with Trump and Putin and all that stuff and tariffs, more uncertainty, US dollar coming down. So this is the really good gauge of whether or not Trump is, saying what he's doing what he's saying. I don't know how you want to, I don't want to get political here, but basically this is a good gauge of global economy right now. Okay. I don't want to get into like these arguments about politics. This doesn't help. And it's not going to help us make any money. Now, remember what I've been telling you. I'm still very, very nervous about this. There. I don't know why my internet is working slower than usual today, but maybe I just need to restart it. There. This is what's bothering me, folks. This is what's bothering me right here. This is what's bothering me right here. I know the market's looking really, really strong, but it's not. It's not. This is the problem right here. Remember what I told you last week. Look at RSP. This is what the market looks like right now. Like this, like this. This is the high. This is what the market looks like right now. This is not what the market looks like right now. If you take away the mags, which are at new highs, which is what's propping the S&P, look at QQQE. Look at where it's breaking down. It's not breaking up. Below the 50-day moving average. Now, I don't think this is going to be sustainable. I think it's going to come right back into this area today, much like this did. But I'm not liking what I am seeing. Look at the Dow Jones. Just moving sideways. We've been moving sideways since the beginning of this month. Just sideways. We're not really breaking up. If you take the mags away, you're not going to have crap. All right. Again, look at RSP. Choppiness. Just choppiness. Look at QQQE breaking down. SMH is just going choppy right now. I do like SMH, but choppy right now, not really breaking out. And we're pretty much above the 8-day EMA right now. So we're almost 1.5. This is probably going to be about 1.5 ATR right here. I have that at work. I'll take a look at it. But my point is, I would be very, very careful. Am I looking for a crash right now? Am I looking for the market to go parabolic? No, I'm not. I'm looking for a lot of choppiness and not a lot of directional bias around here. Am I looking for a breakdown into QQQE? I'm really not. I think this is going to correct itself and come right back up here. I'm not looking for sustained downside pressure. Look at the difference between QQ and QQQE. The only difference between this and this is this. You take this away from QQ, you got this. Folks, you take five stocks away from the market, and this is the market that you have. Does that look like a hyper bullish market to you? No. Yes, we're in the middle of a range right now. We're not breaking up and we're not breaking down, which means it's very easy to yo-yo you right now, which is another reason why, Richard, why I'm not being aggressive right now. Have you guys noticed I haven't been aggressive at all? Although in the pit, it may seem like I'm being aggressive, but I'm not. I'm not being aggressive. Aggressive is like 3, 4 trades a day and then bonus trades. If you see me giving you a lot of, let me give you guys a good rule of thumb. The more time spreads you see me give you in the pit, the less dynamic and directional the market is. Because if the market is directional, I tend to stick to directional strategies. Time spreads, straddle strangles, those are non-directional strategies. So when you see me doing a lot of those type of trades, that means I don't have a good sense of market direction. I don't have a good sense of market direction because of this, because we are very vulnerable right now. We are in a correction right now. Yes, we are. Look, less than 50% of stocks are trading above the 50 and the 200 day. That's correction right there. So be careful. Don't let the market make you believe that things are going crazy. Furthermore, if you go here, if you go to my, if you go now, it looks here like technology is starting to come back up, which is great. Semiconductors, technology, Bitcoin. I like this. I like what I'm seeing here, but I don't like the time of week right now. I don't like the time of day. I don't like the announcements. I like in principle what the market's doing right now, but I'm not. I don't like the. I like the. Okay, I'm liking the small picture, but I'm not liking the big picture. I would much rather like the big picture and not like the small picture. So in the short term, it looks like speculative stocks are starting to come back. The problem is we're still in this type of an environment. We're still in we're still in this type of an environment. Look at QQE. So anytime you get hyper bullish and you're looking at SMH and you're like, "Oh, this baby's going to break out." Just go ahead and put this on the chart next to you, okay? Or look at SPY, look how it looks, but look how RSP looks. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. And look at the trading action. Nothing. Just garbage. And again, folks, it's Monday. I think the market's going to be, there's not as many catalysts. First of all, there's not as many catalysts. Number two, a lot of stocks already had earnings, and usually after a big move, what do stocks do? They consolidate. What's the biggest thing I'm going to be looking at today? ADD line, the advanced decline line. I suspect the advanced decline line is going to open up very like positive 200, negative 200, and just drift the remainder of the day, which means we're going to be in this type of a price action. Okay. Which means we're not going to be looking for breakouts. Am I going to be updating you throughout the day? Of course I am. Of course I am. Thank you, Bob. So let me now give you stocks that I like to the short side and then stocks that I like to the long side. And oh, by the way, I wanted to just totally off topic. I don't know what the back office is doing, but you guys have been buying my diamond, my diamond membership. I've never seen people buy my diamond membership as fast as they've been buying them the last couple of weeks. So that's a very expensive package where people buy everything I have and everything I will have in the future. We've been selling like 5 a day, 5, 6 a day. Instead of like selling 2 a week, we've been selling like 3, 4, 5 a day. So I really want to thank you guys for supporting my brand because you guys have never been this aggressive in buying my stuff before, and I'm really appreciative. Thank you. Thank you for contributing to me and getting into the platinum. Platinum means you buy everything that we already made and everything that I'm going to make in the future. And you don't have to pay extra for that. So I just want to thank you. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want to thank you for that. Okay. And again, here's the link to the VIP room. I've been getting some amazing support from you guys. You guys have been just amazing to me. You guys have been treating me very well. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. That's all this is. And to repay you back, what I do is try to give you the best education and the best lessons possible for free. So today in the VIP room, which I just posted the link for, thank you, Jill. Thank you, Doris. Thank you guys. You guys have been just fantastic. I mean, they've been selling. I've been selling diamond members that faster than most of our other gurus sell their regular programs the last couple of weeks. And I mean, this is a lot. This is expensive. So thank you. So today in the VIP room, why short-term seasonality is a major tailwind, benefits of finding stocks that are strong and pulling back, the single most important factor to keep in mind when trading strong pullbacks, very, very important, and one that 90% of you get wrong. Why options and pullbacks go together like peanut butter and jelly. I love peanut butter and jelly, although I never eat it, but I do love it. How to make sure you have synergy between the trend, the pullback, and seasonality. That's really the key. And debit spreads. I'm going to show you an alternate way to trade my setups to save you a lot of money. It's like the down low. Kirk says one of the best decisions I made. Can't wait. Oh! I forgot to tell you. We are probably going to have an in-person event. It's going to be for everybody who has VIP, for everybody who has Diamond, and it's going to be either January or February. They're figuring out the dates right now. It'll be in person, and you can attend via Zoom. It'll be for everybody who has my Diamond. Basically, everybody who has everything. And it'll be it's not coming next week. It's going to be January or February. I told them that I want to do it last week, so they said they're going to throw some dates my way. As soon as I have those dates, I will give them to you. Okay? That's because as a youngster, you are the bomb. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I'll the minute I get the date, I'll give it to you. Okay. All right. Now let's go through stocks on my short list. These are stocks on my short list. Okay. So let me give you stocks on my short list. Bond market doing nothing this morning. SMPL, and we have a pretty good two-sided market right now, which means you shouldn't be avoiding shorts. I've been avoiding shorts for a few weeks now, a few months actually now. So my last short, I think, was this is my last short, Lulu, and we see how that one turned out. Dow, that's right, Kevin. Richard is the bomb. We are. Oh, it's going to be a bigger venue, Richard. It's going to be a bigger venue. Nice, Beatrice. Nice. I'm going to have them send you guys to help for sure, Gustavo. I'm going to have them send you guys. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a real big one, like big, like over 100 people. Yep, I'll give you the dates as soon as I have them. We're going to have a bigger venue. Yeah, we were cramped last time, and I'll make sure that Cam and Gustavo are there for sure. I will make sure you guys are there. Hey, Gustavo, maybe you can even bring Jax with you. That would be fun. CFLT. That would be so much fun. CFLT. Next one is GoDaddy. Not good for GoDaddy. I kind of like them as a company. I like GoDaddy. I remember their first commercial in Super Bowl that made them famous. Man, what a splash. GoDaddy, Lulu. You guys may or may not remember painfully how Uncle Roger gave you a Lulu trade right here. And, oh, excuse me, right here. It stopped us out right here by one day and then kept you, Lulu, you, INVH. Lower of the internet of interest rates from the Fed. Steven says US dollar on the rise, building into the market lowering of interest rates from the Fed. Yeah, very possible. Good, Richard. Nice. Nice. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Excellent. 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 Hey, 27K while you're on vacation doesn't grow on trees. Okay. Let me continue with this. Globe. Got to get out of here. Got to go to work. Earn my keep around here. GLOB. RHI. and SPT. Now let me give you my longs. Now I'm going to give you my longs, okay? CLS. I really like this one a lot. I like the stock a lot. Nice ascending triangle. NVIDIA. NVIDIA. Hood, I still like. It'll be broadcast, Angie. It'll be broadcast in Cam says you'll never get over Lulu. Oh, yeah. You guys will get a chance to hang out and talk to each other. It'll be a lot of fun. And this time we'll make sure that the video camera does work when we record my interview with Richard, not just the audio. BK, Johnson Johnson. So if you don't have VIP yet, if you don't have platinum, I mean diamond, this is a good time to get it before we plan the webinar, the live event. Johnson Johnson, SANM, eBay, GLW, COHR. I like this one too. A little overextended, but I do like it. CRDO. Nice look. And last but not least, W Borg Warner. Like the stock too. All right, that is it. That is all I got for you guys. So remember, VIP room today, where I'll be talking about a lot of goodies, a lot of goodies. Okay. Customer Service Live from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., where Cam and Gustavo will answer all of your questions. And Cam and Gustavo, as soon as we schedule the VIP room, hit me up so I could talk to Amanda and Sean about making sure you guys are here to help, okay? Because I do need you guys here to help for sure. It'll be very instrumental. Kane will also be presenting. Matt, me, and Kane will be there just like last time. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be either in January or February. As soon as I get the minute I get the dates, I will let you know. All right. Thank you guys. And I appreciate all of you. I'm going to work right now. Remember, Mondays are very sleepy. Not always, but usually Mondays are sleepies. I'm looking for a reason not to do something this morning, not for a reason to do something this morning. We're very flat right now, as you could see here. This is random price action. I think, as Rick said, a lot of folks are waiting to see what Putin and Trump will say. It's our guesses what will happen. They're in a different time zone, so they're actually a little bit ahead of us right now. So we may get the answer faster than we expected. I will let you guys know. And the S&P here, you wanted to know the S&P info? Right here. Here's the S&P info. 8-day EMA. See the 8-day EMA? Right here. Picasso drawing right here. 8-day EMA. Or maybe higher highs here like we've been seeing. Or higher highs here and a little bit higher highs continuing. But this has to fill in right here. This has to fill in right here. This is not just going to go up with the circus like this. This has to fill in. If not today, then tomorrow. But this has to fill in. Too much space here. Okay? Bye, guys. Hey, Gerald, I'll see you later, guys. Thank you so much. If you have a question, here's my email address. No customer service questions. I don't do good with those questions. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Take care. Have a great day. Bye. Good session. Good session. Folks, be careful. It's Mondays. Markets are very choppy. They're looking for directional bias, which means we have to be very, 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 very patient. Bye, guys. Have a good day. Clyde wishes you all the best this week. He'll be trading, and it's me, him, and Bonnie this week for the trading action. Bye.